But when I heard that Suresh was thinking of Vidya and me, I was practically doing somersaults. Is interested in portraying a woman in her full-fledged form. Really, I pray that nobody ever is in that situation where you see your child hurt. But every single character is extremely important to the content, to the script.
So, hello, dosto. Welcome to the Bollywood Talk Show on IWMBuzz. Gives me immense pleasure to welcome the one and only Shefali ma'am over here. I'm loving your smile. I'm loving your grace. Thank you so much, first of all, for being with us over here, ma'am. Good
Thank you
wishes
so
to you for Jalsa and also everything that you will do forward. But before that, we are going to be talking about this project. I saw the YouTube comment section. It is something I tend to do generally with every project or new film or project that comes. So many people are talking about this one particular fact that two strong ladies in the form of Vidya Balan and Shefali Shah coming together to create magic on screen. आप लोगों का ये impression है in reality as well that in terms of portraying strong female characters on screen. You both have done that in the past to good effect, and now you both are coming together. So when initially this project was brought forward to you, of course the script must have played a part, but did the co-star, did the people with whom you're acting, that also played a part in terms of deciding how you're going to go ahead with it?
It wasn't the deciding factor because it's always the script, the role, and the director that makes me decide on something. But when I heard that Suresh was thinking of Vidya and me, I was practically doing somersaults. I mean, I admire and respect Vidya so much. And I was so excited that we were coming together to do Jalsa. Unfortunately, we do not have a lot of scenes together. But still, the fact that we were going to be a part of a film which we both believed in, we both love, and going to be directed by Suresh Trivedi. I loved Sulu. And, so it was just a complete package.
Yeah. You mentioned about this one fact that, you love Tumhari Sulu, right? In that movie as well, we saw a different character of a mother here as well. So Mr. Suresh Trivedi has this knack of actually showing a different side of mothers on screen in a very useful and I would say in a very practical way, in a very realistic way. Yahan pe it's a thriller. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff, cliffhanging moments, etc. How personally have you come up with those emotions? I mean, of course, you are a professional actor. You have to emote, but in terms of real life sensibilities, how do you actually relate with that?
Well, so I know there are two women headlining this film, but I don't like to call it a woman-centric film. It's more of a human-centric film. It could have been two men.
Yes.
Yes, she is, and again, like you said, Suresh doesn't just have a knack of bringing out the mother in the characters he portrays, but more so, I think he is interested in portraying a woman in her full-fledged form. Being a mother is a part of her, but she by herself is an entity. In Jalsa, of course, the biggest, the turning point of the film is a child being hurt. And I play her mom. And I am a mother in real life.
Yes.
It's not difficult to do something like this because I carry that forward. I mean, once a mother, always a mother. And I'm fiercely protective of my children.
Yeah.
And I'd go to any length to protect. So that's the merging of Shefali and Rukhsana. But besides that, the situation that Rukhsana is, I mean, really, I pray that nobody ever is in that situation where you see your child hurt. And her complexes are very different from Shefali's. Her life is very different from mine. So besides the fact that she's a mother who's extremely protective of her children, I don't see them as a version of each other.
So basically, they're two different people. That's all that.
Well, like every human being is different from each other.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this thing has been going on. ये कहा जाता है ऐसा for a long time now. Slowly and steadily, things are changing for the better. It's like ऐसा कहा जाता था कि two hero subjects don't really work. One person or the other in general tends to be a little maybe not so secured about how well their part is going to be playing. Not just for men, even women as well. These things used to be said earlier in the past. But abhi jaake, it's all about content. It's all about the script, and irrespective of the strength or the role of the character, जो भी है, people are going all guns blazing to just do what they are supposed to do on screen. ये चेंज आपको कहाँ से लगा, क्या कहाँ से शुरू हुआ होगा? Is it because of OTT, because people are getting that breathing space to maybe express themselves freely, or how do you look at it?
So I think the OTT does three things primarily. It's pushed us to explore, experiment, and express. Also, there are full-fledged characters.
Yes.
And they're all very, very important to the content. I mean, even when you see something like Human or Darling, yes, there is a woman in DC. Human or Delhi Crime. Yes, Partika's the center of it. Or, in Human, there were these two female characters, which were, again, leading the show. But every single character is extremely important to the content, to the script. It couldn't have been complete without anyone. So when you go to see, it's more like an ensemble cast coming together. The same goes with even Jalsa. It's a fantastic cast. And no character is lesser than the other. Also,
when the
envy thing now, not envy, but that one person feels
not so very secure.
Yeah, I don't know whether it really happened or it is just an assumption.
Notion.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I haven't read of actors having insecurities or competition or feeling that I'm not big enough. I mean, it must be happening. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I that big deal that people used to make about two women not getting along is bullshit.
Yeah.
It's really bullshit. I don't even know if it's true. I mean, as far as Vidya and me are concerned, we respect each other. We have a mutual admiration society. We adore each other. We respect each other, admire each other tremendously. And I personally feel when you have a good actor in front of you, it makes me richer. It makes me do better. They contribute to my growth, Also, whoever thinks कि मेरा क्यों नहीं दिखाया and all that stuff, I don't get into all of that. So, because it's finally the director's medium.
Yes.
When he sees the film on the edit table, it's his prerogative to decide what stays and what doesn't stay. He's not being unfair to the actors. He's just, that's what I believe. He's only thinking of his project. He's only thinking of the film. And it's not my business to interfere. And I don't even go there thinking, kya hoga. I have a script. I can see these two roles as being so strong. And then you interact with the director and you realize what the director is thinking and feeling about it. So I'm very secured in that place. Thank God, touch wood.
Touch wood, of course. Ma'am, you said that, there's this mutual admiration thing with Vidya ma'am, and you mentioned this very important point as well, that when you work with other artists who are also equally good, very good, it tends to get out the best out of yourself as well when you're working in a good, healthy space and environment. I want to know any particular scene or any particular sequence which you would want to talk about, jahan pe maybe you're sharing screen space with Vidya ma'am, and you were perhaps shocked in a very nice way with the kind of performance that she put up, and maybe you got a thing or two to learn from her, or maybe she got to learn a thing or two from you when you were enacting something in front of her. Aisa kuch incident, aisa koi conversation?
Subhojit, we have very few scenes together. It's really sad and it's unfortunate, but we have very few scenes together. Also, whatever scenes we had are extremely intense, and they're complex scenes. There are multiple layers in those scenes. And Rukhsana and Maya are not complementary to each other. They are two sides of the coin. So that divide and that distinct between both of them is necessary. That uncomfortable space between both of them was necessary and required for the film. And that's how those characters are. Also, like I said, they were very, very intense scenes. So it's not like we could sit and chat or enjoy ourselves, or I could even get into the process of Vidya, which I'd love to know. which I would really, really love to. But Vidya has an ability to surprise you as an actor. And more than that, I think she has an ability to be completely true to the character, And I didn't expect anything lesser from her. Trust me.
Exactly. Great expectations always coming from great artists. Ma'am, last question agar aapse main puchu yahan pe regarding this project, that would be that, of course, the audience, they, your fans, your admirers, they will have their own set of expectations. You can't really meet every expectation. That is the nature of, how things go about. But since you are an actress who has worked in this particular project, any particular USP that you feel because of which ye kahani zarur, logo ko acha lagega? If you had to point out that one USP.
So it's not just, it's a totally edge of the seat thriller, but it's also about human drama. And it's about conflicts between characters as well as internal conflicts of each character with themselves. And as an audience, when you watch it, you will, that's what I feel, you definitely want to put yourselves, not want to put yourselves, but you will question, what if I was in this place? What would I do? And when somebody starts questioning that, their need or their itch to judge goes down. And there is really no right and wrong. That one incident changes everyone's sense of morality. So I think it's a full package, and it's like, I think it's one of the best films I've seen. And I'm not just because I'm a part of it.
No, I totally get that. Tachut, the promo looks amazing and very promising. All the best to you, ma'am, for this one, and also everything that you do in the future. Thank you so much for talking to us. May you have a lovely life going forward. Take care.
Thank you. You too, Bodhi. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.